Hi everyone, welcome back to Java 1 for All. In this video we are going to talk about the buffered reader, and I just noticed that I wrote BR when it should be BW. Okay, after this quick refactoring we are going to create another class. Since the file writer and the buffer writer are basically the same, the file reader and the buffer reader, the chances are that they are basically the same as well. So I'm going to copy the file reader, and I will just replace the name from file reader to buffer reader task01, and I will delete this part. So as you know, the classes that we have inside the new IO, inside the IO package, not the new IO yet, they are highly cohesive. This means that each one of these classes, they have a very specific purpose, and the file reader and the buffer reader, they follow the same pattern. So if we have the file reader wrapping the file, and in the buffer writer we have the buffer writer wrapping the file writer, that's wrapping the file, we have the same pattern for the reader. Let's create here a buffer reader, now BR, and then buffer reader, and it has exactly the same as the buffer writer. We need to pass a reader, that is writer, but the principle is the same, and the buffer size. I'm going to use the file reader, but I'm not going to pass the buffer size. So with this, the difference between the buffer reader and the file reader is that the file reader, you have to read each one of the characters individually inside the file. But the buffer reader, we have this nice option that is the read line. Basically, it will read the entire line of the document, and each one of the lines that it's going to read, it will return. And at the end of the file, if there are no more lines to read, what's going to happen? Instead of returning -1 like the read, it's going to return null. So basically we can follow the same pattern as we did in the previous file reader. We can use the same thing, but the difference is, instead of getting the read as an integer, we are going to compare with null. So here, let's do the same thing, string line, and then here, while line, actually I'm open parentheses here, so line, getting the value back from written line, is different than null. So while this is different than null, each one of the lines that I'm reading, I'm going to print here. Control Shift F10. So we only have one line. Let's come back here to our file.txt. Control C, Control V. Okay, let's add quite a lot. Let's say maybe 135, 134. And let's execute again. Shift F10. And we get all the text back. So basically, that's it about the buffer reader, following the same pattern as the buffer writer. Let's continue with more IO in the next video. See you there. Bye.